Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way, when all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw, plowing through the ragged skies and up a cloudy draw. Yippee-yi!
When you build a saddle and you put your riggings and everything on it, everything has to be perfectly true. If they're not, you'll have a sore-backed horse or a saddle that doesn't fit the horse because of the way you've constructed it. You know, I grew up on a ranch and was always a cowboy, and we had a pack outfit where we made pack saddles and repaired our own saddles and did all that kind of work, so I was always interested in the saddle part of it. And when I got to carving leather and using the art in with it, it attracted me to it. Now I'm just going to put the decorative cuts which really make the flower. You can tell if a guy's a good stamper by looking at the swivel cuts he makes. The Vice style of saddles started back in the 1800s, and they started, D.E. Walker came there and started putting a lot of decorative work, beautiful flower carved, and they made their own trees, and they had a distinctive style and became world famous. And growing up in that area and riding Visalia saddles, my granddad had many of them, and my dad too, and that's been my love of a style of saddle. And they started putting lots of silver from the Mexican styles. They brought in the silver and put decorative silver work on them, which I do too now. And so I've always had a love for that style of saddle. Well, I started putting silver on saddles when I started making saddles, but it wasn't silver that I'd done myself, and I used to have to order it, and it never fit right, like around your skirts. And luckily for me, one of my great friends was Al Pachetti, who was a great silversmith and goldsmith. And I learned a lot from him. He was my neighbor and great friend. It took a lot of years to really master it and learn how to, not only to engrave it, but to fabricate it, to solder it and put the gold and silver together. Lots of saddles we make don't have any silver at all on them. A lot of people don't like it. They think it looks gaudy, and it's, you know, not to their liking. But then other people like it because it is showy. And the horse show people really love it. The more silver they can get on it, the better. Of course, way back when they started making the parade saddles, they were solid silver. Well, that's kind of gone away, but people like some for decoration. It's only on there for looks. It's only on there for the beautification of the saddle. As you get better and learn, you learn. Every time you make one, you learn something new. And the better you get, and it's fascinating, you know. It's something you lay awake at night thinking about your next day's work, what you got planned, you know, how to put something together. So I've always felt I was very lucky to do something I love.
Yippee-yi, yippee-yi-oh. Ghost riders in the sky, ghost riders in the sky.